Imagine waking up one morning. The sun streams through your window, the air feels strangely clean. You walk towards the beach, a sense of unease mixed with curiosity. The ocean looks the same, its vast blue stretches to the horizon, the waves crash gently, a familiar sound. But the smell, or lack of it, is the first clue. The sea has lost its ancient briny breath. You reach the water's edge, you dip your hand in, the water feels cool as always, but then on an impulse you taste it. It is fresh, completely, utterly fresh. The immense Pacific, the wild Atlantic, the Indian, the Arctic, the Southern, all of them overnight have shed their salt. It is an impossible event. A miracle, some might whisper. A global phenomenon beyond comprehension. The world's largest water bodies now drinkable. The implications begin to dawn, slowly at first, then with a rush. Think of the deserts, vast arid lands parched for millennia. Suddenly, an almost limitless supply of fresh water is available. Deserts could bloom. Imagine the Sahara, the Gobi, the Atacama transformed into verdant gardens. The initial euphoria is intoxicating. Leaders speak of grand projects. They envision transforming entire continents. The dream of ending global thirst seems within reach. No longer would communities struggle for a few precious drops. Children in drought-stricken lands could drink freely. The sheer volume of fresh water is staggering. It dwarfs all existing rivers and lakes combined. This new resource promises to reshape civilizations. It offers a future free from water wars and parched earth. Engineers and planners begin to sketch out ambitious designs. Giant canals to channel ocean water deep inland. New cities rising in formerly uninhabitable regions. The prospect of limitless irrigation excites agricultural scientists. They foresee crop yields multiplying, feeding a growing global population with ease. Industries that consume vast quantities of fresh water see their costs plummeting. The economic benefits appear endless. A golden age of prosperity fueled by this sudden, miraculous abundance of fresh water seems to be dawning for all humankind. It is a powerful, seductive vision. Communities in arid regions celebrate with unbridled joy. For generations, their lives have been dictated by the scarcity of water. Now, the very oceans at their doorstep offer salvation. The first victims are the ocean's inhabitants. Marine life is exquisitely adapted to salt water. Their very cells depend on it. The salt maintains their osmotic balance. It keeps their internal fluids stable against the external environment. When the salt vanishes overnight, this balance is shattered. For countless trillions of marine creatures, from the smallest plankton to the largest whales, their bodies can no longer function. It is a sudden, catastrophic shock. They cannot adapt in an instant. There is no time. Imagine the scene beneath the waves. Fish gasping, their gills unable to cope. Their cells swell and burst as fresh water invades. Corals, the vibrant cities of the sea, begin to die. Their delicate polyps cannot survive the change. Shellfish, crustaceans, and countless invertebrates perish. The intricate web of marine life starts to unravel with terrifying speed. Phytoplankton, the base of the oceanic food web, are saltwater organisms. The salt in ocean water does more than sustain marine life. It is a crucial driver of global ocean currents. Salinity, along with temperature, determines water density. Dense, salty water sinks in the polar regions. This sinking pulls warmer surface waters along. This creates a vast global conveyor belt. These currents transport heat around the planet. They regulate our climate. The Gulf Stream, for example, keeps Europe warmer than it would otherwise be. This delicate system depends on the precise saltiness of the sea. With the oceans turned fresh, this system breaks down. Fresh water is less dense than salt water. The sinking mechanism in the polar regions weakens or stops altogether. The great ocean currents falter and stall. The transfer of heat from the equator to the poles is drastically reduced. The dream of freshwater abundance quickly turns into a global nightmare. The collapse of marine ecosystems means the end of fishing industries worldwide. Millions of people depend on the ocean for their livelihoods. Fishermen, seafood processors, coastal communities built around fishing all face economic ruin. Food security is severely threatened. For many nations, seafood is a primary source of protein. Its sudden disappearance leads to widespread hunger and malnutrition. The promise of green deserts cannot compensate for this immediate massive loss. The climatic chaos triggers a cascade of secondary disasters. Crop failures become common as familiar weather patterns vanish. This exacerbates food shortages. This hypothetical scenario paints a grim picture. It shows how a seemingly miraculous change can lead to utter catastrophe. The oceans turning fresh overnight highlights a profound truth. The current state of our oceans, salty as they are, is not a flaw. It is a vital feature. It is essential for life as we know it. The salt is part of a complex, interconnected system. This system has evolved over billions of years. It supports incredible biodiversity. It regulates our climate. It sustains us in ways we often take for granted. We must appreciate our oceans for what they are, not for what we might wish them to be in a moment of naive fantasy. Their value is not just in their water, but in their entirety. Their chemistry, their currents, their inhabitants. These elements work together. They create the conditions that allow our planet to thrive. To imagine a better ocean by simply removing its salt is to misunderstand its fundamental role. The true blue planet is a saltwater planet. Its health is inextricably linked to our own.